I've been posting, you know, when the whole Elon Musk Twitter meltdown started happening, I thought, well, you know, time to explore other social media sites as well. I'm still on Twitter, and in fact, I think that if Musk can succeed in turning Twitter into a pay-for-play operation, it might actually be a good thing for social media, but that's a whole separate argument and a conversation we can have another time. But anyhow, when this all happened, I signed up for Tribal, I signed up for Post, and I signed up for Mastodon. And I post on all of those sites every morning my daily take. I posted all of them this morning. And, you know, there's a bunch of people that I follow on a bunch of those websites, and one of them over on Mastodon is Muriel View, I believe is how it would be pronounced, V-I-E-U-X. And you can find her on Mastodon. And she wrote this piece, and it's got a copyright notice on it, so I very much want to acknowledge this, that she is, I think, just making an absolutely brilliant point. She said it's not birth control, it's just control. That's her headline. And she starts out by talking about, you know, first you banned abortions after 6 weeks, and then you threatened my doctors if they performed one. And then you threatened my friends if they helped. She's talking, of course, about the Texas law, the bounty law, you know, the vigilante law, and now this is spreading to other states, by the way. She says, then you offered money to snitchers, as I just mentioned. Then you restricted my rights to get it legally elsewhere. And this, of course, you know, states all around the country, you know, banning abortion. She said, then you banned the morning after pill. Isn't that before 6 weeks? And there have, you know, been attempts to ban the morning after pill in state after state. Then you banned methods to prevent implantation. And she says, then you banned aborting non-viable fetuses. Then you banned aborting ectopic pregnancies. I'm not sure that that's altogether the case. I don't think ectopic pregnancies have been banned in any state, but there certainly have been legislators, Republican legislators, pushing for it. Then you banned them for those who've been raped, yep, in some states. Then you banned them in the case of incest, yes, in some states. Then you forced children to carry to term. Of course, we had that case of that Ohio 10-year-old who had to go to Indiana to get an abortion. And now that abortion doctor who had the temerity to speak out is being investigated by the Indiana Attorney General. Investigate is the wrong word. Persecuted is the correct word. Then Muriel continues. She said, then you forced women to carry dead then you forced women to carry dead fetuses to term. Then you said I could only be helped on the brink of death. Then you denied me prenatal care. And this is where it gets really, you know, the picture really starts to expand. And I think Muriel's done a great job here. She says, then you denied me prenatal care and maternal care and child care. And then, and this, again, this is just, this now goes to the courts. Then you gave rapists parental rights. Now you're banning birth control. Now you're telling me how to dress. Well, at least in the Missouri legislature they are. And now you're monitoring my period apps and my social apps. And, you know, her summary is that it has always been about control. And I don't see how you can claim that, you know, most of this stuff that's coming out of the GOP is about anything other than control. It just very, very clearly is. Meanwhile, Ron DeSantis has sent out a letter to pharmacies across the state of Florida. Now, the backstory of this is that the Food and Drug Administration last month, or actually it was early this month, allowed retail pharmacies to stock and dispense abortion pills. Mifepristone, I always pronounce this wrong, but you know what I'm talking about. It's mifepristone. Up to 10 weeks of gestation. It's the most common way to end a pregnancy in the United States. And in Florida, you know, that should be legal, but Florida law makes it really difficult to get an abortion, and a couple of the hoops that you have to jump through. Number one, it has to be done by a physician, and therefore the pharmacist can't do it. And number two, you have to see the doctor, then wait 24 hours, and then come back and see the doctor again. And so Ron DeSantis is reminding all the pharmacies, the CVS's and the Walgreens and all these smaller independent pharmacies across the state of Florida that we will come for you, we will put you in jail, we will shut down your business, we will use the full force of the law against you if you sell those, if your pharmacists pass out those abortion pills, even though the federal government has legalized them. I'm wondering if the supremacy clause kicks in here.